So there's a woman that wrote, an article. She wanted to know about how she can get a man that makes $500,000 or more per year. And there was an actual response from an executive with this. Let's review it.
A young and pretty lady posted this on a popular forum. What should I do to marry a rich guy? I'm going to be honest of what I'm going to say here. This was in the paper. I'm 25 this year. I'm very pretty, have style and good taste. I wish to marry a guy with $500,000 annual salary or above.
Why? Why do you think you deserve that? See, that's a red flag already.
You might say that I'm greedy, but an annual salary of $1 million is considered only middle class in New York. My requirement is not high. Is there anyone in this form?
Wait. $1 million is middle class in New York? Listen, I've been to New York. I've been to California. I can say, if you want to, we talking about living good, okay? You can live pretty good in New York on $250,000 in New York. I mean, it just depends on your freaking lifestyle, where you're going, etc. Not $500,000, and definitely not $1 million. Man, $1 million, you in the 1% at that point. Like, what are you talking about? New York's expensive, but come on. Now, only way I would say that you need that kind of money, unless you are renting or you got a building or something in Manhattan. And I was hearing some of them prices go to $30,000 to $50,000 a month for rent for a business. If you're not doing something like that, come on now.
Who has income of $500,000 annual. Are you all married? I wanted to ask, what should I do to marry a rich person like you? Among those I've dated, the richest is $250,000 annual, and it seems that this is my upper limit. If anyone is going to move into a high-cost residential area on the west of New York City Garden, $250,000 annual income is simply not enough.
So she feels that she deserves to stay in a high-end area in New York. The entitlement, man. Oh, I can't stand the entitlement of these modern American women.
I'm here humbly to ask a few questions. Where do most rich bachelors hang out? Please list down the names and addresses of bars, restaurants, and gyms. What age group should I target? What are most wives of the rich? Why are most wives of the rich only average looking?
Good thing she brought that up. The reason, because most men, the so-called average looking woman, what they talking about, usually is more down to earth than these so-called, and I say so-called, extremely attractive women. A woman that's down to earth, a woman that's a good woman, a woman that put a smile on your face. Trust me, beauty is all in the eye of the beholder, so you may look at her as average, but to him, she's a beauty queen. And that's what a lot of women think. Oh, I look good, so it's going to get me. No, it's not going to get you. You think about it. Most of these billionaires, if you look at them, they don't have no beauty queens. They are, women who are, like he said, average. Because a lot of your average women just going to hold you down. That's just bottom line.
I have met a few women who don't have looks and are not interesting, but they are able to marry rich guys. How do you decide who can be your wife?
Just because she's average doesn't mean she's not pretty. That's the thing. Just because she's average don't mean she's not cute. So you saying average like she's ugly. Like an average person's an average person. An average man's an average man. You get what I'm saying? So it's, like I said, that's why that woman don't have a man right there. Because she thinking she's in a freaking buffet. She can just pick whatever she wants.
And who can only be your girlfriend? My target is to get married. Signed, Miss Pretty. This was actually in a paper in New York, and the CEO of J.P. Morgan responded, "Dear Miss Pretty, I have read your post with great interest. Guess there are lots of girls out there who have similar questions like yours. Please allow me to analyze your situation as a professional investor. My annual income is more than $500,000, which meets your requirements, so I hope everyone believes that I'm not wasting time here. From the standpoint of a business person, it is a bad decision to marry you. The answer is very simple, so let me explain. Put the details aside. What you're trying to do is an exchange of beauty and money. Person A provides beauty, person B pays for it. Fair and square. However, there is a deadly problem here. Your beauty will fade.
The wall.
But my money will not be gone without a good reason. The fact is, my income might increase from year to year, but you can't be prettier year after year. Ooh. Hence, from my viewpoint of economics, I am an appreciating item and you are a depreciating asset. And
oh boy, oh my Lord. But see, when you talk to somebody in finance, that's how they think, or investors, that's how they think on a good day, right? They weigh the cost of everything when it comes to something in the area of money, right? And you would not be a CEO of a major bank if you didn't think like that. But let's continue. Ooh, that's brutal. That is brutal.
It's not just normal depreciation, but exponential depreciation. If that is your only asset, your value will be much worse 10 years later. By the terms we use in Wall Street, every trading has a position. Dating with you is also a trading position. If the trade value drops, we will sell it, and it is not a good idea to keep it for long term. Ouch. Same goes with the marriage you wanted. It might be cruel to say this, but in order to make a wiser decision, any asset with greater depreciation value will be sold or leased. Anyone with over $500,000 annual income is not a fool. We would only date you, but not marry you.
Oh boy, there we go. Right there. That's coming from people with money. They would date you. They will lay down with you, but you're not getting married. Once again, those average looking women who's not talking like that, they the one get married.
I would advise that you forget looking for any clues to marry a rich guy. And by the way, you could make yourself to become a rich person with you could make yourself to become a rich person with $500,000 annual income. This has a better chance than finding a rich fool. Signed, J.P. Morgan, CEO.
Well, he's right. She do better trying to get a bag up than get a man. Because if she haven't got one, if she going to a platform to ask how you get a rich man, it's like, and just because you get a quote-unquote rich man, I mean, he's a good man. What if he's a quote-unquote rich man, but shoot, he cheats. He let you know up front, look, you're not going to be the only one, so I'm letting you know. you cool, then you cool. Them guys like that will tell you as a woman, look, you're not going to be the only one, but you can't fool no other men. They'll tell you that. And if you fool some other men, I'm going to cut you off. I'm done with you. What if he got money, but he from the Slapperhole tribe? What if he from that? Just because somebody got money don't mean they're a good person. That's so freaking shallow. You don't seek. So I understand that you want at least a man that could have a decent lifestyle. But shoot, you want to live on the top of the line places in New York. And even people with money, do you know there's a mass exodus of millionaires and billionaires out of New York? They all then went to Florida. They've been coming to Georgia. They've been coming to places like Texas, going to North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. I just read that the GDP of those states has shot up ever since the pandemic. And people still keep coming. So, man, they saying a lot of people abandoning the Northeast because it's just too freaking expensive. And the only reason those people keep money is because they know how to save their money. But then know what y'all think about, what this woman was talking about here. Like I say, won't want $500,000 a year, but this man in the end say, yeah, they'll date you and all that, but you'll never get married.